All right, guys, in this video, let's talk about how you can feel better without breaking the bank. Now, I wanted to make this video because I have a free checklist that I include a link in the description. A lot of people have downloaded that and got benefit from it, but some of the things in it can be expensive. And so, again, in this video, just want to focus on some natural, some inexpensive things that you can do and why I recommend them. So first and foremost, let's talk about a huge one that will cost you nothing, which is to eliminate seed oils. Now, what are seed oils? Why do you want to do that? Seed oils are basically anything like sunflower oil, safflower oil, corn oil, some of those types of oils. They're included in a lot of processed products. They're included in other foods that you would consider natural. I've even seen them in cottage cheese, stuff like that. The reason you want to eliminate those, they're terrible for your metabolism. They're terrible for your overall health. I've done other videos on this. So if you want to go more in depth, you can certainly do that. But a good rule of thumb to get these out of your diet is to focus on single whole food ingredients. Don't eat processed stuff. Stay away from the grains as much as you can, unless it's natural sourdough and you tolerate it. So this is going to be a huge win for you. The next one is increased sunlight. This isn't always the most convenient thing to do. I live in a northern climate. During the winter, it's hard to want to go outside. Try to make a point of doing it as much as possible. Have your skin exposed as much as is comfortable. But a couple of other things I do to help kind of replicate the sunlight during the winter months, if you're in the same boat as me, is a vitamin D light. And also I do red light therapy. Okay. Now these things help me a ton. I feel better. I have more drive. Lots of benefits from these. I include links in the description to the ones I personally use and recommend. So feel free to go check that out. Another one that gets overlooked, this will cost a little bit of money, but would be rebounding, or in my case, I enjoy jumping rope. The reason for that being your lymphatic system can benefit from that jumping motion. If your knees are bad and you can't jump rope, buying a rebounder is a great option. I have had a lot of positive feedback from people who do this. Like I said, jump rope helps me accomplish this. Again, not free, but very, I would consider inexpensive. The next one would be movement exercises. Okay. Now, what in the world does that mean? Um, it means that you can do these light exercises that don't require any equipment, just simply your body and a little bit of space. You can do them outside, in your garage, in your basement, your bedroom, whatever it might be. Some examples would be just crawling on all fours, not on your knees, but your hands, keeping your knees slightly off the ground, crawling, turning over your arms backwards, crawling the other way. Some other things are going into sort of a deep primal squat, as deep as you can, moving around on all fours. It sounds like it wouldn't give you a workout. Okay. And when you do these things, and I'll make a video on this in the future, more specific exercises, but you're going to discover, unlike just doing a pull up or a push up or even a bench press or a squat or working with dumbbells, you're working in all the different planes. Your body, you will soon discover where your sticking points are. There's probably going to be some flexibility issues. These movement exercises allow you to work on strength and mobility all at the same time. I really enjoy them. They've helped a lot and have helped eliminate some nagging pains that I've had, including my knees, for example. So it's helped a ton. Another one that costs nothing is to just go walk. I know this sounds kind of boring to people. I don't like walking on a treadmill. I go outside, I go for hikes, I hunt. Maybe you're in a different boat, but getting outside and walking in nature, free, ton of benefits with that. You don't focus too much on hitting a count number, a step count number. A lot of people get into that. If you can get 10,000 steps a day, great, do that. If you can only get 5 or 6, that's a great place to start. This is really helpful after you have a meal to go out and walk for a bit. Okay. Next one is to decrease artificial light. I talk about this a lot. You can see that I have computer glasses on right now. I'm looking at a screen. I'm inside. I try to block blue light as much as is reasonable. This becomes particularly important in the early morning hours and towards the evening, which can screw up your circadian rhythm if you're exposed to too much blue light. So do the best that you can to minimize that. And I'll include a link in the description to the glasses I use. They're nothing special. Again, these will cost a little bit of money, but again, you can do this without using glasses. Some people even use candles at night just to be exposed to natural light rather than blue light. Okay. The next one, this is overlooked, but it's extremely important. And I used to poo-poo gratitude because it was kind of woo-woo-y and that wasn't really my thing. But the more I partake in it, the more I tell God how thankful I am for the blessings in my life, the better I feel, the more I recognize how fortunate I am for many different reasons. So I'd encourage you to do that. It really, it doesn't sound like it would make a big difference, but it does. And many studies have shown that. Plus, it's free to do. Okay. Next one we have to talk about is sleep. This is one that may cost a little bit of money to improve your sleep, but some very inexpensive or cheap things you can do is to make sure your room is dark rather than buying maybe blackout curtains. What I did is I bought a pair of eye shades. I have a video on my channel describing my experience with those. I still use them. I mouth tape. That's very inexpensive. Um, Make sure your room is cool. That will actually save you money. I go anywhere from 63 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit at night. So those are some inexpensive, simple things that you can do to help your sleep, which I don't need to tell you, it's critically important. So the other one is habits. I made a video recently about how to form better habits. That sounds like, well, yeah, duh, I want to have good habits, but I also talk about how important it is to understand what your self-image is. Okay. Your self-image cannot be in alignment with habits that don't align with that self-image, meaning I used the example in that video. You may be a smoker trying to quit. If somebody offers you a cigarette, your self-image, instead of going, no, thanks, I'm trying to quit. Your self-image should be, no, thank you, I don't smoke, even though you're trying to quit. Your self-image is, I'm no longer a smoker instead of I'm trying to quit. Once that happens, once your self-image is on point, forming better habits that align with that self-image is much easier. Okay. The other thing that we want to talk about, this gets a lot of press, is to avoid tap water. Okay. This has been big for us, and a lot of people go, well, I can't do that. You know, it's not expensive. There are stores. I don't live in a big town. There's stores in my area that provide reverse osmosis water in 5-gallon jug. Okay. Ideally, you want to have natural spring water, but if that's not something you can do, I think this reverse osmosis water is like 50 cents a gallon or something like that. It's not a lot of money, and it's going to keep the fluoride and chloride out of your system from harming your thyroid. Lots of good things. The last thing I would encourage is to wear natural materials. Oftentimes, this saves you money. Cotton is not generally an expensive material. So, for example, cotton would be one example. Uh, there's stuff made out of bamboo, which is more expensive. And linen would be another example, which is expensive. But the cotton is not. So those are some options. It sounds crazy, but they have shown that it can actually change your energy levels as you wear polyester and some of these not natural products, okay, on your skin. So these are some things you can do. These are things I do personally. If you want to learn about some of these other natural therapies I use in my own life that I recommend to clients, go grab my free checklist. You can put list in the description, or excuse me, you can type list in the comments as well, and I can send you that link. to go download that. But it it doesn't need to cost a lot of money to start looking better and feeling better. And I'll also include links to a couple other videos that I discussed in this one that might be helpful for you. So again, guys, hope this was helpful. I will see you in the next one.